Thank you, thank you. This is Whiskey Runner 1, and you are here at By the Dip. As always, I am joined by my lovely co-host, Miss Whiskey. Miss Whiskey, how are you?
How are you?
I'm doing great. Had a good week here. Had a good week here as far as crypto goes. Yeah, just kind of living life, going with the flow. Made some good scalps this week. We had a little bit of a pullback, which was a good opportunity to buy.
hmm
I got in a lot of interesting things at this point. How was crypto for you this week?
Pretty good, especially with gaming crypto. That's been super stable, as always,
Yeah,
and impressive.
the gaming crypto has been very kind this week, especially to scalping.
hmm
I think it's up and coming in
Yeah,
the crypto game here.
absolutely.
It's definitely thriving in the space, as they would say. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be looking at this week. Um, we got some controversy. We
hmm
have some news. We have lots of news, actually. We got lots of news tonight.
So much news.
Um, as always, we will have our snacks with Miss Whiskey Breaks.
hmm
We're going to talk about a couple of NFT projects. Very interesting NFT projects these are. We're going to talk about some games and some metaverse shit. So yeah, we got a action packed show today, folks. So I hope everybody enjoys it. Um, I suppose we can go ahead and start with the controversy.
hmm
So what's been going on here? Yeah, I'm watching my own show. What's been going on here? And that's the wrong one. There is a coin that was supposedly a stable coin. It came out to run neck to neck with the Japanese yen, and the coin is called G yen. Folks, this is a clear sign here. I want to make an example out of this because this is some shady shit. Stay away from stuff that does things that it's not supposed to do. A stable coin is supposed to be stable. It's supposed to be in line with something else. And there's a certain amount of coins in reserve that they use to either pump back into the market or withdraw from the market to keep these coins at the tracking the value of whatever they're tracking. We can look at the chart here and see that this GN, for some reason, decided to go for a little rocket ship ride. That's bad news, especially when the yen itself did not do that.
Yikes.
Uh, I would stay away from this project. There's an article over here on the Sun, which take it for what it is. It's a news source, and they're even talking about the spikes and how the surge is incredibly dangerous for the market and for buyers. This is a great way to get your ass burned. Um,
Mm.
I don't play with these sort of tokens. I generally don't mess with tokens that track any sort of currency. I would rather honestly take a riskier shot with something that doesn't track anything than and a lot of these are scams. I mean, so Tether is another stable coin. It's supposed to track the U.S. dollar. It has tracked the U.S. dollar. A lot
Yikes.
a lot of cryptocurrencies are backed by Tether. Uh, I can't say for sure that the tether people are honest or dishonest, but there's question about the assets that actually back the tether, because for every dollar that they say they have in tether, they should have a dollar's worth of assets to back that up. If they don't, there's a major problem. It just means that your tether is only worth whatever they have in assets. So, yeah, a little bit of a controversy there. I'd stay away from this shit. This is bad news. Okay. So, there was a couple of mentionable gainers that did some good work this week. And I think I got them all set up right over here.
A whole lot of them.
All right, so not sure why the VRA is in there. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. I'm kind of excited, folks, because next week I get to get rid of Streamlabs OBS. We are going to be moving to a brand new studio, folks. So hopefully a bunch of these technical problems will go away. But these are the four I think that we kind of wanted to talk about here that really just lifted off. Miss Whiskey, do you want to talk a little bit about the CRO?
Absolutely. Crypto.com. They are a website, and they just bought the naming rights to the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Which doesn't mean they bought the stadium or arena or whatever it is, but they bought the naming rights to it. So I guess they're going to change the name.
Right, so it's no longer the Staples Center, it's the Crypto.com Center.
Yeah. But it's been doing pretty well as a token.
Mr. Darrell, nice to see you.
Hi, Daryl.
That's one thing I want to do a better job about, is trying to monitor the chat and interact with people. I feel like I don't get to do that enough because I get carried away in what's going on with the story. But yeah, so Crypto.com. They've had some other big things happening lately. They've had this big advertising campaign with the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, a lot of fighters are wearing UFC trousers now, or Crypto.com trousers. And then you have the Matt Damon commercials that have recently come out. So their marketing department is a bunch of madmen.
They're working hard.
They're working incredibly hard. If I were to have a prediction, it's that the Crypto.com thing is going to spike from here. I would have to imagine that they're going to be running some ads during football on Thanksgiving. And probably the days before and the days prior.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to want to get people at the dinner table talking about this and making some purchases. They're going to want, grandson who's been sitting in the basement for the last 2 years saving up his money to buy Bitcoin, show him how to get a Coinbase account and buy some of this Crypto.com we just saw on the TV screen, right? So that's my prediction. Not some sort of buy signal or anything like that. Don't, take it for what it's worth. But I think that may be the case, possibly. Um, the AVAX Avalanche.
Oh,
Avalanche
look
is
at it
just,
go.
yeah, just destroying it. Um, they, you can see just a couple of days ago, they are the ones here on the lower left. Just yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, we're looking at the 8 hour chart, so every one of those candles is 8 hours. A couple days ago, we were just sitting down here, right near 88 ish dollars.
I
Um,
think I got it at 98.
yeah. Uh, some people for the last several weeks on all your major social outlets have been saying Bitcoin is going to, it's hit its all time high. After that, it's going to retract a little bit. And what's going to happen in the meantime is the people that are pulling their money out of Bitcoin are going to
Mhm.
reinvest their money into these altcoins, these other layer ones. And that's exactly what you're seeing here.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh, God,
it's
the
very
boys.
good for these other blockchains because um, the money is moving around now. We're kind of
Instead of
leveling
just
the playing
sitting.
ground a little bit. What was that, Miss Whiskey?
I said instead of just sitting there in Bitcoin, it's
Yeah,
moving around now.
yeah. And if it was just sitting there in Bitcoin over the last couple days, you'd be losing money.
Yeah.
Uh, Miss Whiskey, you want to tell us about Render?
Oh yeah. It was hitting all-time highs. I got in at $1.97. It hit its all-time high of $9. I
Mm.
got out. I don't remember when, but now it's sitting at like 650, which is crazy. Just because just a couple days ago it was not that high. um, let's see, it was
And I think, Miss Whiskey, if I'm not wrong, Render was the project that you talked about on the show last week, right?
might have been. It was either last week or the week before last,
Yeah, I do have a fresh memory about that one being the one where
and I bought it
we're using
from the
GPUs
seven.
to yeah, we're renting out GPUs and that's where the money for that's going. So,
Yeah, I bought it on the 7th, and now it's what, the 20th,
yeah.
20th. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, excellent pick, Miss Whiskey.
thank you.
So, we wanted to mention those is just something to keep your eye on. Um,
Hmm.
they've had recent spikes. No reason to go running in now and try to save the cat after the house is burnt down.
Yep,
Um,
exactly.
but keep an eye on it. If we have and we're gonna have a couple more of these really hard dip down days. I would have to imagine after Thanksgiving, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, unless people are giving out crypto this year for Christmas presents. I think we're gonna see a little bit of a dip in December. Um, Okay, we got a couple of things for news. Taboo. I just want to keep everybody kind of on a weekly update on that. Taboo has solidified their Las Vegas billboard. Uh, they got the billboard. I think it's signed. They have the photo shoot is done and completed, and we are also closer to the marketplace version 1 launch, which happens on November 23rd.
Oh,
So I think the website will launch on officiallytaboo.com. Yeah,
wow.
it's going to be hot. So that's kind of exciting. Um, we had some news about Hillary Clinton, believe it or not. Let me see if I can get that pulled up here.
Classic case of I don't understand crypto, so I don't like it.
Mm. Oh, this is interesting. It appears that Streamlabs has taken my mouse away. All right, folks. Let's see what we can do here. Hillary Clinton called for a joint effort by nation states to monitor cryptocurrency rise. Her quote is, "One more area that I hope nation states start paying greater attention to is the rise of cryptocurrency, because what looks like a very interesting excuse me, and somewhat exotic effort to literally mine new coins in order to trade them has the potential for undermining currencies, for undermining the role of the dollar as a reserve currency, and for destabilizing nations, perhaps starting with small ones but going much larger." Miss Clinton, I think you're on some bullshit.
What is
And
she smoking?
and if you don't mind, pardon my saying, fuck you. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Hmm.
All right, I think next we were gonna do the two projects here. Let me see if I can. You'll have to bear with me, folks. I can't. My mouse seems to have disappeared, so I can't see what I'm clicking on.
Nice.
Yep. I'm so glad that this is the last week we'll be using Streamlabs.
It's kind of it's upset with you for leaving it.
Yeah, I can see that. This has happened to me one other time with the whole Streamlabs thing, and boy,
Streamlabs is like
it sure is
angry
frustrating.
ex-girlfriend.
All right, let me see what I can do here. Well, let's. I can start with TORUM here,
Okay.
and then we can move on to yours. All right, so TORUM. This is XTM as the ticker. What they are is a social media platform. They kind of taken like Twitter and Facebook and kind of mashed them up. The social media platform looks really, really good. They also have an NFT marketplace. Um, they're doing some NFT avatar stuff. Some interesting things with airdropping coins. So, and this isn't some dangerous shit. It's just that you have a wallet with them. They put the coins in that wallet, and you can transfer them out.
It's very user friendly.
Very user friendly. It is.
Globally friendly. There's a translate button. Mm-hmm.
So you can see kind of where they're traded. You can get it on Kucoin. Um, you don't have to do the Uniswap or Pancake Swap thing to get it. Um, yeah, they got a mobile app coming soon. So it
Mm.
doesn't work great on the browser on your phone.
Use a laptop or desktop
So it,
for best
yes,
results.
for now. But it does work. I mean, you can use it. It's going to work a lot better once they have their mobile app done. You can see that they got some good investors here, a lot of partners. So this is all good stuff. Doxing the team.
The whole team.
The whole team.
My
Everybody.
goodness.
Everybody got doxed. If you guys want to kind of see what the platform looks
Even
like
the
here,
mail guy.
this is kind of what we're looking at here. This is my dashboard. So yeah, it's really cool. I I like it. I use it. It's practical for me. I I enjoy it. So everybody, an account is free. Go ahead and sign up. Um, One thing I gotta say though about this, I don't if I wasn't comfortable verifying my phone number. That there's a certain line that I didn't want to cross, so I did not do that. I verified my email address. I realized that I'm not entitled to certain um, benefits because I'm not, whatever, verified. But that's totally fine. I just want to use the social platform. I don't care about the other things. All right, Miss Whiskey, did you want to talk about one of yours?
Sure. Let's go ahead and talk about the GM one because I think it's good that everybody maybe pay attention to it as it takes hold of the different online communities. Um, it's interesting because it's a nice message, but I don't know. You want to pay attention to things and who holds the most tokens and if those wallets are somehow connected and lots of stuff and past projects and who exactly the developers are. So,
I think we
we've
have I
been
think we have a hunch that there are some floppy-headed Canadians, right?
that's that's my suspicion.
Mm, mm. The floppy-headed
I don't
Canadians.
I don't think there's a website yet. I don't think there's much of a white paper. There is a white paper, but I think it's more so drawn. Um, I don't know. They just say it's a cultural movement. It's a community. And that's fine, but how viable is that? Is this something to make people money while leaving the, lower retail investors holding their bags? At the terminology? I don't know. It's just, I'm, there's no rule in crypto that says you can't do that, but when you uh, tout yourself as having the moral high ground, that's where I start to feel a little suspicious.
Mm. All right, so if we're looking here, we can see that there is a black hole wallet that has burned
And do how
half of the
yeah,
tokens. The
mm-hmm.
second highest holder is a uh, decentralized exchange. We don't know what this third wallet is that happens to hold almost 4.5% of the tokens.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of mysterious. And when we looked at that a couple days ago, that address was slowly selling off tokens.
Hmm.
So it's kind of suspicious as the price is going up that they're, if you know,
I don't know. I
I think they're trying to. Somebody's got a massive amount of tokens and they're trying to get rid of it under the radar.
yeah, it just
That's my personal opinion.
something doesn't
I've been wrong.
something doesn't
I'm
sit
wrong a
right with
lot,
me.
as a matter of fact. Don't listen to anything
And I'll
that I
admit
say.
when I'm right.
Do not take anything I say as investment advice. This is all purely for entertainment. I'm just showing you
Exactly.
guys the stupid shit that I found throughout the week while I was dicking off here scalping crypto.
Yep.
All right. So, we're going to talk about a couple of NFT projects actually that
Oh boy.
I I found kind of entertaining. These haven't come out yet, but they're soon to be released. The first one is Family Phallus Planet FAP. Look at these guys. Everybody can get an NFT dick, and they can all be different. Some have the balls painted. Some got a little hat.
Oh dear.
All right. The other one I thought was kind of funny is Dick Wars. These are two NFT projects that they were in the same place and they're both launching soon. And I
Hmm.
thought it was very ironic that there was two Dick inspired NFT projects that were coming out within the next month. So these are little warriors that I think are going to be part of the game and you can fight each other with them. Yeah, but a bunch of dumb shit. The other NFT project that I found that I actually thought was pretty damn amusing was this BDCA. Now,
I
folks,
like this one.
I don't really jump into this NFT stuff much. It's really not. I'm not excited about NFTs. They don't fucking get me going. I like crypto because I like money. I realize there's an element to the flipping of NFTs too that you can make a ton of money on. It's unfamiliar territory. I'm just not ready to explore yet. So, but this is kind of interesting to me. So they have several different NFTs here uh, that you can choose from. But also over here, and I would show you guys if I could click it, but I can't because, you know, this Streamlabs is taking away my mouse. But you can actually click on these applications on the side of the desktop here, and you can play Minesweeper and you can play Space Invaders. If you go to
Mhm.
bdca.io,
Look at it. It's so cute.
I was very amused for like 20 minutes. And I just ran out of time to play, but otherwise, I probably would have stayed there all damn night playing these things. So, very,
Mhm.
very, very interesting way to market this. I like this a lot. I like the Windows 95 NFT there. It's kind of flashing, and they've even made it so on this desktop the NFT is larger than the window, and you can scroll the window left to right, up and down to see what's not in the picture, the rest of the chair and some other shit. So, yeah, that's kind of exciting. All right, Miss Whiskey, I think you've got a snack for us.
Oh yeah. So I'm sure everybody knows this little crescent rolls. You know, little triangles. Roll it up. But you should try filling it with your favorite fruit, or meats and cheeses, pie filling even, chocolate icing, literally whatever you want. Follow the baking instructions and monitor closely so that, you know, nothing catches on fire. Practice appropriate kitchen safety. And don't
That's
blame
right.
me if you hurt yourself.
That's right. We want everybody to be safe around here,
Especially in the kitchen.
especially in the
Make sure you
kitchen.
turn off the oven when you're done. And then you got a beautiful snack.
Mm.
I think that you don't have to get like Pillsbury crescent rolls. You can get the generic ones. I tried to find out if Pillsbury had a shady history, but they're kind of squeaky clean. So,
Really? Squeaky
yeah,
clean, huh?
seems like it. I mean, unless the different companies that have owned them over the years, back to like the fucking 1800s.
Mm.
I don't
Really?
know if they
Pillsbury goes back
have
that
had.
far, huh?
Yeah, it goes back really far. I read a brief history on it today.
Wow. Well, there you have it, folks. That sounds
A
like an
nice snack.
amazing snack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to come see Miss Whiskey soon so I can get her to make that for me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. All right. Well, I think we were gonna just mention a couple of games. I think right that people should be keeping their eye on right now.
Yeah, they're playing the demos when they're available.
So, UFO is a game that actually, you know what? We won't talk about that too much right now because that'll be part of the next segment. But UFO is
Um,
worth mentioning right now. It's a
uh-huh.
game kind of outer spacey, so it's a good game to keep your eye on as far as an investment goes. It's still at a very reasonable price of 0.000 between 3, 5 ish and 4. So it's still fairly low. Um, Miss Whiskey, did you want to talk about any of the other ones? Excuse me.
Cryo Wars is now available on Kucoin. It
Mm.
is, uh, I don't know when the game will be released, but once they tell us, I'll let people know.
I think Cryo Wars had a big run up last week, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe 2 weeks ago at this point.
I don't know. It's been
And
out
it
pretty
was it
well
was
today.
it was right after they debuted on Kucoin. It was like the day or two
Mm.
after they were just going through the roof.
I mean, I got into this one called Gala for 22 cents, and it was up to 35 cents.
Mm.
And now it is at uh, um, 40 cents. Nice.
Mm. That's excellent.
Super good, right?
So we'll just run through a couple more quick. We won't talk much about them, but we'll just kind of mention them. MNG, Moon Game, something or other. Uh,
Mm.
that's another outer spacey one. D Race
Oh, that
was
one's doing well.
is pretty juicy. Yup, and it's doing well.
That demo is super fun.
Yeah, I still play the demo like daily. and it's going to be a play to earn, so that's going to be kind of nice too.
Mhm.
And then we've talked about, uh, I think we've talked about Blocktopia before. It's a skyscraper that you buy a floor or an office in the metaverse. And then we still have pets, right, Miss Whiskey?
Pet. Yep. Still pretty expensive, and then they haven't been doing super well for their percentage. I think they're down. But, they keep partnering with people and releasing things, so who knows what will happen for them.
Yeah, so the gaming market is kind of exploding right now. I mean, we got
It's going nuts.
everything this week was on fire. Um, Project Shill, which is a part of GameFi, that's taken off probably. I think it's up. It was up 30% before we got on the stream today. In the last 24 hours, so
Gone.
it's just killing it. It's chugging along real nice. The gaming space in crypto is blowing up right now. I think it's a great test subject to see how things are going to work, and kind
Mm-hmm.
of tell us our mistakes early, so we don't jump right into it with the entire financial sector and it explodes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put the easier use cases up first and see where it goes. I think that's a good idea.
Mana is doing really well. I just looked at the CryoWars chart, and you were right. It did run up to $22
Oof.
and then back down.
What's it at now, Miss Whiskey?
It is at $1.91.
$1.91.
Mm-hmm.
Is it down to over the last 24 hours?
It is down over the uh, last day it's up 20%.
Oh, it is up the last.
I think,
Okay.
I think it debuted on Kucoin on the 11th. So,
Mm.
yeah, like 2 cents. And then went to 22 and then way back down. So I don't know what happened there.
Oh yeah, it's up. It's up 20% in the last 24 hours. Yep. So yeah, looks like it really has had no movement. There is this dead spot. That is like yeah,
Oof.
and it's got some movement. This is if folks were trying to get into something, it is it's looking decent right now. I think. Even though it's up
Very
20%
acceptable.
today, you may actually want to wait a day and see what happens to it, but this could go ripping again. I mean, it's seen 220 today.
Mm-hmm. It's doing well.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely breathing. This one breathes heavy, heavy exhales, heavy inhales. It's a good one to scalp. To buy at 190, get out of at 220. Wait for it to drop down again at 190, get out again at 220. That's a great way to make money if that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Miss Whiskey, I kind of got out of order with shit here. Did you want
Uh-oh.
to do your second snack?
Sure. I think the snack deserves a section all of its own.
Yeah.
Candy bacon. You put,
Mm,
some brown sugar and bacon, and then you bake it. Don't ask me how to bake the bacon. Google it. So, I put seasonings on and brown sugar. and make a BLT with it. It's delicious.
Miss Whiskey, what kind of seasonings do you use on your bacon? On your candied bacon?
Garlic powder, pepper, garlic salt, chili powder, and cayenne pepper.
Mm,
Yep.
that's well seasoned.
hmm Also monitor that closely and turn the oven off when you're done.
Mm. All right, Miss Whiskey, did you want to talk about your other crypto of the week?
Yes. The Constitution, DAO, otherwise known as Decentralized Autonomous Organization. A bunch of people organized to try and buy the Constitution.
Mm, that sounds pretty radical.
There's, yeah, there was a online campaign that through Twitter and Discord. They had 42,000 Twitter followers, 21,000 Discord members, and 17,437 donors,
Oof.
an amount of $47 million equal to 12,000 ETH. They were trying to bid in the Sotheby's auction. I think the biggest problem is they showed everybody how much they collected, so the guy knew how to, how high to go to outbid them. But they got some rich idiot too, or Titan. They call him a stock Titan or something. I don't know. Some guy, Ken Griffin. They got him to bid $41 million on the Constitution, and he donated it to, or is lending it to a museum in Arkansas. This thing is pretty crazy. The auction took place on Thursday, November 18th. And yeah, I think this is going to be something that inspires a lot of copycat projects that try and duplicate something like this. There's going to be a lot of greedy people out there probably trying to get their paws on this kind of unification and fundraising.
And $41 million. Dollars.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Fucking
that's
right.
a lot of money.
Damn.
They raised $47 million in a week. In a week's time. I mean, that's probably the fastest that much money has been raised before. I don't know.
Now, my understanding is they didn't go the full 47 because there's a cost in transporting and maintaining this document.
Yes,
And they
that.
needed to reserve a certain amount of money for years to come to keep this
Mm-hmm.
document
For the people.
maintained and movement between museums and shit.
Yep. And Ken Griffin just, hit up at them. He's a dick.
Yeah, but now that maintenance fee is also on his ass.
Probably also the museum, more so. But it'll be very interesting to see all of the copycat projects that come from that.
Yeah. And I bet you some rug pulls that come along with it too. That'll be real interesting.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, that was pretty exciting. I'm not gonna lie. That was fun
That
to
was
watch
very fun to
unfold.
watch.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try to line up my last one here if I can get the mouse to do what I want it to do.
Technology.
There we go. All right. This is UFO, the game. Welcome to the dark metaverse. The truth is out there. The cool thing about this is they've gotten a lot going for them so far. Website looks great. Gonna give them 100% on that one. They're already in-game development here with the game called Super Galactic, which is an RPG style game, and you use their currency in-game to make characters and complete these quests. So that's pretty exciting. Sounds fun. I'm interested. Let's go. Uh, it'll work around NFTs. So your character will be an NFT. It'll be something that you own that has a value, but it's not money. And it should be available on all these chains when it releases. So it's going to work on Solana. It's going to work on Cardano. It's going to work on Binance Smart Chain. It's going to work on Avalanche. It's going to work on Cosmos. It's going to work a lot of places. It's great. So pretty excited about that. Can't wait for further announcements. Yeah. So that's it as far as the games go. I didn't want to mention that in the gaming and then bring it back up again, but at least I
It
had something.
deserved its own.
Right, something to
Its own
elaborate on
spot to look at it.
and to show off this pretty website. And I think that this game is going to be a pretty big deal. Like I said, the price point of this right now, you can still get in very, very early at point
Mm-hmm.
4 zeros and a 4.
Crazy.
So for, $30, whatever, that buys you a million tokens. Pretty cool deal.
Super accessible. I like accessible coins.
All right, folks. Well, I think that's all we had for tonight.
Yep.
Next week, we're going to talk a little bit about taxes. I want to talk about taxes because we're getting to the end of the year. So let's talk a little bit about taxes, and we'll be in a brand new studio. So watch for that. It's going to be exciting. We should have a new look around here. Yeah. So I hope you folks enjoyed. Please fucking hit that like and subscribe button if you get a chance. And yeah, we appreciate everybody watching. Miss Whiskey, did you have some final words?
I don't know. Next week, yeah, we'll talk about taxes. Depending on how developments go, we'll talk about a couple other coins. I want to look a little more into Haycoin. That sounds cool. Hey with 2 eyes.
Hey.
That's about it. More snacks, I think.
More snacks. I can't wait for
Gotta
the
do
snacks.
some maybe holiday themed snacks. I don't know. Alright. That's it though.
All right, folks. We appreciate you.